All right, people, what's going on? How you guys doing? And first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for all their wonderful support on my last video. Thank you for all your kind comments. I appreciate it. I'm doing a lot better compared to yesterday and the previous days. I feel a lot better now. So, anyways, today in this video, what I want to talk to you guys about is do a little football video because that's what I do on this channel. My channel is mostly where I talk about football and share my opinions because I'm a big football guy. But unfortunately, football has been suspended right now because of the ongoing thing. And, I haven't really posted a lot of football videos since then. I've been mostly posting other videos about other topics and gamings and all that stuff. But today, I thought, why not? Let's post a football video. And today, what I'm going to talk to you guys about is what if Pep had never left Barcelona? Because as you guys know, I always think back and look at the great success that Barcelona had under Pep Guardiola, because people don't realize just how insanely good Barcelona were under Pep Guardiola when they had Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol, David Villa. And that team was good enough, in my opinion, to match Real Madrid's Champions League success. Trust me, they freaking were. Because, as you guys know, in the post-Pep era, Real Madrid have been more dominant than Barcelona in the Champions League. And it's mainly because they've just had a great midfield. And I feel like that ever since Xavi and Iniesta left Barca and Pep, those main components were absolutely crucial for Barcelona's success. And without them, Barcelona has just absolutely struggled in the Champions League because in the post-Pep Guardiola era, Barcelona have only won the Champions League one time, and that was when they had Xavi and Iniesta still on their team. And after that, Barcelona, they just completely have been underperforming in the Champions League because they got knocked out by Atletico in 2016. They got knocked out by Juve in 2017, 2018. They bottled it against Roma, and then 2019 they bottled it against Liverpool. So it just goes to show that this Barcelona team, I don't know what's going on with Barca, but they just have not been the same team. And I feel like that had Pep stayed at Barcelona, I think Barcelona would have not been part of that story where they lose to Roma and then lose to Liverpool the next year. I think that Barcelona still would have won at least three more Champions League titles. Now, that's just my personal opinion, because against Chelsea in 2012, Barcelona could have repeated as Champions League if Barcelona had beaten Chelsea in leg 2 of the Champions League semifinals, and if Messi had made that penalty. I feel like that Barcelona would have definitely won that Champions League that year and repeated as winners. And who knows, maybe they could have won 3 straight Champions League titles like how Madrid have. But of course, that's a what-if scenario, because a big reason why Pep left Barcelona was mainly because he had a very bad relationship with Sandro Rosell, who was the president at that time before Joseph Bartomeu took over. And I feel like that at this point, the only way how Barcelona can be saved is if Pep comes back. Because think about it, Messi is already, 32 years old right now. And once Messi leaves, Barcelona are going to have a lot of work to do and a lot of shoes to fill, especially try and fill in the void by Messi once Messi officially leaves Barcelona. Because as much as I hate to say it, there will come a day when Messi leaves Barcelona, and that will be the saddest day in football history, because Messi has already given it all to Barcelona. And I still can't believe that he didn't win that World Cup with Argentina back in 2014, because going back at that 2014 World Cup final, that was a hell of a final. I think that matchup was way better than the France and the Croatia matchup in the 2018 World Cup. That's just my personal opinion, because Argentina, they had at least 3 golden opportunities to win that final against Germany. And Argentina, they played well. I think they created more chances than Germany did in the final, but because of their misses, that's what allowed Germany to win the World Cup, was Mario Götze just scoring that spectacular goal in the final. And Germany, hey, say what you want, but hey, they deserve to win that 2014 World Cup final. Like, going back, Germany, they were good, but Argentina, if it wasn't for Argentina's terrible finishing, they would have won 2-0 against Germany in that final. Now, that's just my personal opinion, because I'll always wonder how come Messi had never won the World Cup final, because I feel like that had Messi won that World Cup final against Germany and Brazil, then I feel like that the talks between Ronaldo and Messi would have come to an end, because they just would have. And in that final, Messi, he missed an opportunity for Argentina, and then Higuain, oh man, I don't know how Higuain missed that goal when Toni Kroos misdirected a header. He just freaking gifted Higuain an easy goal, and Higuain's terrible finishing in that game was absolutely just vital to, I feel like, Argentina losing, because, I mean, despite Argentina not having Di Maria in that final, Germany did not have Marco Reus in the World Cup, and look how well they did. Look how well Germany did without Marco Reus in their lineup. So that's that. And then Palacio, he had another opportunity for Argentina, but he just absolutely balled it. He should have just tapped the ball in instead of trying to chip over Neuer because Neuer was over his line. So Argentina had a lot of chances to score, but they just couldn't take advantage of those opportunities. And going back to the main topic, the only time when Pep and Barcelona lost in the Champions League final after their 2009 victory was next year against Inter Milan and then against Chelsea. Because the thing about Pep Guardiola at Barcelona was that he was very fond of Johan Cruyff's principles, and as you guys know, Johan Cruyff deserves the main credit for Barcelona's success because I feel like that without Johan Cruyff, Barcelona would not be what it is today. And Johan Cruyff's philosophy at Barcelona are what allowed the club to be so successful and flourish, especially with the whole La Masia Academy. And I think that in recent years, Barcelona have just been throwing money at good players instead of them trying to actually develop good players in their academy like how they did in the past. Because if Barca want to become successful again in the future, in my personal opinion, they should start investing more in their academy instead of just throwing random money at good players, because we all saw how this has failed because they tried doing that with Coutinho, and so far that did not pan out well for Barcelona. And well, with the exception of Frankie De Jong has been a nice addition to Barcelona, although I feel like that De Jong just needs to be more consistent at Barcelona if he is supposed to become the next generational talented midfielder for them. That's just, my opinion. And of course, there's this whole division about who's better, Frankie De Jong or Federico Valverde. I'm not going to get into that. But I just think that with Pep staying at Barcelona, he would have motivated the team more because Pep knew that Barcelona team best. He knew how to utilize talent. And I feel like that all the managers, with the exception of Luis Enrique, just haven't been able to utilize the talent of Barcelona properly, especially with Ernesto Valverde, and I don't know why it took Barcelona so long to sack him, but I just think that if Barcelona are supposed to be a good team again, I just think that they should do whatever it takes to bring Pep again, because Quique Setien, I really don't know whether he's actually a good long-term option at manager for Barcelona. I don't think he's a long-term option. I think that the best long-term option for Barcelona would be realistically to bring back Pep, especially since Manchester City are facing a 2-year ban from the Champions League. Then what better way would it be than for Pep to come back to Barcelona? That's just the way how I feel about it. Because if Pep comes back to Barcelona, let me tell you, that Barcelona team is going to be way, way different. And I feel like they're going to be a dominant team again because Pep would be able to utilize the talent of De Jong and Artur Melo and Vidal as well. And then we wouldn't have it where, Quique Setien does all these experimental rotations with Barca. But, hey, that's just my personal opinion. So anyways, guys, so let me know what y'all think about this opinion and this topic. If you have any responses to that, please let me know in the comment section below. I always read your comments. And anyways, guys, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and y'all have a good one.